How's it going? Today I'm going to be making some sticky buns here. To start off, I'm going to be using some brown sugar, also butterscotch cook and serve jello. Very important, get the cook and serve, not instant. Rhodes dinner rolls, as well as some walnuts here. Have some butter, and also cinnamon. You're going to be also needing some standard turkey aluminum pans that you can get at any grocery store. I also recommend getting 2 of them and having them stacked while you cook. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take that stick of butter there. You're going to unwrap one end of it, and you're just going to go ahead and start greasing the bottom of this pan. And you want to make sure you grease it real good so you get every nook and cranny. That way these buns won't stick to the bottom of the pan when you're flipping them over and trying to get them out of there, and they won't rip on you. Like I said, get every little cranny there, and then once you're done with that, next step, take that stick of butter, put it in a little dish, and you're going to throw that in the microwave to melt it down good into a liquid. Not soft, but try and get it to a liquid without burning it. Now you want to grab those dinner rolls. One thing I do need to stress is that you need to make sure these stay frozen. So once you buy them, bring them home and put them in your freezer till you're ready to use them. Do not let them thaw out, otherwise bad things will happen in the morning. You're going to take these and align them evenly in your pan here. You don't even have to use the size of pan really if you want. You can use a smaller pan, that way you got extra ingredients left over so you can make yourself a second batch if you're just making these on your own. Go ahead and line them up, space them good and even. And once you got your rolls in the pan there, your next step's going to be take a mixing bowl and you're going to measure out about 1.5 cups of brown sugar. This isn't an exact scientific measurement, however for a stick of butter and the consistency that you're looking for, 1.5 cups is a safe bet. You may not have to add a little bit more. It just depends on how well your sugar mixes up and how much butter you're actually using. Now you're simply going to just take that butter out of the microwave and just pour it into the brown sugar, all of it. And you're going to mix that up real good. You want a good consistency. You want it to be thick and pasty, not real runny, because you want it to sit on top of the rolls while they sit overnight and rise. Just mix that up good so that way there's no dried sugar and there's no clumps of butter anywhere. And like I said, this is not an exact scientific measurement. You see mine is still a little too runny, so I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit more brown sugar, try and thicken it up a bit. That way, like I said, get that good pasty consistency that I want out of it. Now that you got your brown sugar all mixed up and butter, you're going to take your rolls and get that jello. Remember, cook and serve, butterscotch jello. And you're going to open up that package and you're just going to use that whole package and sprinkle it all over the rolls. And make sure you get a good even spread all over the pan and all over the rolls as much as you can. After you're done with that jello, you take your cinnamon, and this is going to be however much you want. I tend to like to put a lot of cinnamon on these things and cover this tray pretty good. So Use your own discretion on how much you want to put, but just go ahead and spread it on there and see. Like I said, I like a lot of it on there. Make sure it gets all good and covered. And your next step is going to be to take that butter and brown sugar mixture, and you're just going to start spreading it over all of these. You're going to lay it right on top of all of them, each one individually, and try and get as even of a spread as possible. Alright, with these all covered up and the brown sugar and melted butter, your next step is going to be to take your crushed walnuts and spread those around. There's no measurement with these, you just use however much you want. I don't like a lot on mine, but if you like a lot of nuts on, say, your cinnamon rolls or whatever, go ahead and put them on there. And then you're going to just take a towel and you're going to cover them up and just leave them to sit overnight. And they're going to slowly rise and be ready for you in the morning. And in the morning, pull that towel off and you've got your risen rolls. They don't look quite as pretty as they did last night, but that's okay. It's going to be great once you get them cooked and on the grill. So you get your grill up to temperature about 350 degrees. You put a sheet of tin foil down there, aluminum foil. You definitely want to have that on there. A, to make sure that the heat disperses good and doesn't get too burnt on the sides of the pan where the rolls are going to be, and also because they will overflow and drip, and you don't want that dripping down to your grill. It will be a pain to clean off. So get them on there. Use whatever wood you want. If you choose to use wood, I went with hickory in this one. Typically I use mesquite, but I figure that might be too much of a bitter flavor there. So get your lid on there and you're going to let them cook for about a half an hour. Not that long. And after 30 minutes, pull the lid off and you see these things are done. And you just go ahead and take them off and take them inside. So the next thing you want to do is take a sheet of foil, set it over top of the sticky buns, and then take the pan, the whole pan, and then you flip it upside down to the tabletop or countertop, whichever you're making it on, and then pull the pan off. And then you will have your beautifully glazed sticky buns. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll check out some more that I've posted here. Also, if you or your husband or wife is into DIY projects, go check out my sister's webpage. It's addictedtodiy.com. The link will be down in the description, and go ahead and check out these videos that I've linked here as well. Thanks and have a good one.